Hello everyone. Good morning, good evening, namaste. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Understanding Voice Gateways. Uh, this is the fifth video in this series, and today we are going to understand about dial pair selection. So, in the last video we saw what are dial pairs and why do we use dial pairs. Today we are going to understand uh, how a dial pair is selected by the voice gateway, inbound and outbound both. So before we do that, let's do some revision about dial pairs. So in the last video, we saw that dial pairs are used to configure dial plans and to identify call source and destination endpoints. So dial pairs can also be considered as static route. If you guys have, went through CCNA routing and switching, uh, we have static route and dynamic routes. So dial pairs are kind of static routes in VoIP. So they define each call leg in the connection, and they are very critical component for the call routing purpose when we have SIP or H323 in the call flow. Exception, we don't need dial pairs when you have a MGCP protocol configured on the gateway. We need dial pairs only when we have SIP and H323 gateways, right? So in the last video, we also saw that there are 5 matching rules of inbound dial pairs, incoming call, right? So just to summarize, the highest priority or priority number 1 is incoming called number command, which is based on DNS. So when I say priority, it means if this command is configured on any of the dial pairs along with the other commands, the gateway will always use the dial pair having this command if the dialed pattern matches. Okay, so this is based on the DNS, which is also called as called number. The second priority or second command is answer address command, which is based on ANI. So if incoming call number command is not configured, then the router will look for answer address command, which is based on ANI, which means calling number. Now, third command we have as a destination pattern command, which can be used in both incoming and outgoing call, and it's based on both DNS and ANI, and depends whether this dial pair is getting selected as incoming dial pair or outgoing dial pair. This is an important command which is mostly used for outgoing dial pair matching and as a destination pattern, right? Now the fourth command is port command, which can be used only on POTS dial pairs. So above three commands, incoming call number command, answer address command, and destination pattern command can be used on both POTS and VoIP dial pair. If you guys remember, in the last class we discussed about POTS and VoIP dial pairs and where we use this POTS and VoIP dial pairs, right? I'll summarize those again in a while. And last, which is just a default dial pair 0. This is used when you don't have a matching dial pair, but better not to, use this dial pair. This is a default dial pair. You cannot change the configuration. So better to configure dial pairs where your router will use the configured dial pairs, because there are a lot of limitations in default dial pair 0. So better to avoid this. So in the last class, we discussed about POTS, and just to summarize and revise, POTS and VoIP dial pair. So this is used in TDM or POTS leg, TDM POTS leg, which can be when you have a PRI, when you have a FXO, when you have even R2 or R2 digital or a T1 CAS. And this is used at the IP leg. So when you have a H.323 protocol or a SIP protocol. So to explain this in a call flow, just a simple call flow, when you have IP phone registered on CUCM and voice gateway maybe running a SIP, and then suppose having a PRI connection with the PSTN. So here at this leg you will need incoming and outgoing POTS dial pair, and here at this point you will need incoming and outgoing VoIP dial pair, right? So this is for receiving a call you will need an incoming VoIP dial pair. For sending out a call you will need an outgoing VoIP dial pair. To receive a call from PSTN to this gateway you will need incoming POTS dial pair, and to send a call towards PSTN you will need an outgoing POTS dial pair. So this is to summarize POTS and VoIP dial pair incoming and outgoing leg, right? Let's go back to our slide. Now after this, let's try to understand how a dial pair selection works. So I have an example 1, and this example will show you inbound dial pair matching, how how a dial pair gets selected. Okay, so this is a POTS dial pair having a tag 1, and we have both the commands, the command having priority 1 and the command having priority 2 under this dial pair. So incoming called number 82 dot dot and answer address command having 408.555 dot 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 dot. Remember guys, this dot, which is also called as a period, represents 0 to 9. So a single dot represents 0 to 9 digit. Okay, so let's see if we have a call coming with calling number 408.555.0123 and a called number 8193, then this dial pair will be selected based on which command. Is it incoming called number command or answer address command? So let's have a look here. This is my dial pair example 1, and my DNIS or the call number is 8193, and my ANI or the calling number is 408.555.0123. So if you see, this command, incoming call number command, is having highest priority. So router will try to see if the called number placed against this command, does it matches with the pattern of the called number of our call. So here we have 8, which matches with 8. Then we have 2, but it does not matches with the second digit. So this will not be used. Now my router will check whether we have answer address command matching the pattern of my calling number or ANI. So let's see. Here we have 4, which is matching with 4. You have 0 matching with 0. We have 8 matching with 8. We have 3 5s matching with all the 5s. Then we have a period, a dot. So a dot, as I informed you guys a while ago, that a single dot represents 0 to 9. So the first dot match with 0, second dot, as it is between 0 to 9, so matches with 1, then 2, and then 3. Then this dial pair will be selected as an incoming dial pair, but it will be based on answer address command, not incoming call number command. Incoming call number command has highest priority, but the pattern does not matches with the called number because So the pattern here does not matches with the called number. Our called number was 8193, but the called number in front of the incoming called number command is 82 dot dot, which does not matches with DNIS. So dial pair 1 will be selected, but it will be based on answer address command. Now, let's see our second example for inbound dial pair matching. Here we have two POTS dial pairs. Now, if our DNIS is suppose 8205, ANI is 4085550123. So suppose someone calls having a called number 8205, a calling number 40855500123. Now let's see which dial pair will be selected and why. So first, as both the dial pairs have incoming called number command, our router will check these commands first and will try to match the pattern because incoming call number command has the highest priority. So let's see the first dial pair. It's having 82 dot dot, which matches with the pattern 8205. But let's see the dial pair 2 as well before making a final selection. Here we have 820 dot, which is most specific match. It is much easier to match, and the router will need less resources to match this pattern 820 dot with 8205. It's kind of longest ideal match, right? So because here router have to do more calculations, it has to go through all the numbers 820, then 08210, then again 8220, like that, all the digits all the way for both periods from 0 to 9 and 0 to 9. Here my router has to go through only one manipulation, one permutation only. Sorry, not manipulation, only one permutation and combination, right? 820, and then it will uh, go start from 8200, 8201, 02, 03, 05. That's it, only 5 6 numbers, and it has its match. So in this case, dial pair 2 will be selected based on incoming called number command and having a longest match, right? So this is all about incoming dial pair matching. There are other things as well. There are a lot of materials you guys can go through, but this is the basis. This is the main basis of a dial pair selection. Now let's talk about outbound dial pair matching. So for outbound dial pair matching, the main command, which is your friend, is destination pattern command, and it is based on DNS for outgoing calls. So as we discussed earlier, destination pattern can be used for both incoming and outgoing. For outgoing, it is based on DNS. For incoming, it is based on ANI, right? So, but most of the routers are configured for outgoing call and outgoing dial pairs with this destination pattern command having the called number or the called number with some wildcard masks and all. So before we go further, let's talk about some wildcard masks. The important one is this first one, the period or a dot. Okay, this matches any single digit from 0 to 9. It can match any single digit, right? So we saw in previous examples, if you have 820 dot, that means it can match that dot can match from 0 to 9, any single digit, right? The second one is brackets. So This indicates a range of digits. Okay, continuous ranges are separated by a hyphen. A comma separate individual numbers. So if you see an example, if you have 2 4 inside a bracket, that means it matches with 2 3 or 4, all the three. Okay, one at a time. 2 comma 5, that means it matches either 2 or 5. 2 3 comma 5, that means it matches, sorry, it's not 7, it will be 5. So it matches 2 3 or 5, it's not 7, it's 5, right? Similarly, we have plus, where if you have 3087 plus, that means it matches 3087 followed by any number of sevens. So it can be like 3087, 30877, 3087777, and it goes on. Second is a question mark. So it matches the previous digit or pattern occurred 0 or 1 time. So let's see an example. 3087 question mark matches 308 or 3087. Only these two are the possibilities. Now we have percentage, previous digit or pattern occurred 0 or more times. So if you have 3087 percentage, it matches with 308 or 308 followed by any number of 7. That means it can match 308 or 3087, 30877, 3087777. It goes on. And when you have common bracket, the first bracket, this is used to designate a pattern, right? So if we see the example 308 in brackets 444, it matches 308 or 308444, right? So the most commonly used wildcard functions are the first one period or a dot, and the second one the third brackets, the second brackets. Okay, so it's also called square brackets. So these two are most commonly used wildcard masks, and these are mostly used with destination pattern command. Now one note is this dot or a period is a wildcard mask which is allowed only with first two dial pair matching rules, that is incoming call to number command or answer address command. Okay, for incoming, it can also be used with destination pattern. As far as I know, we'll see in examples. Yeah, so the period can also be used with destination pattern command. Okay, so yeah, so this statement was for other wildcard functions that can be used with incoming call number and answer address command. So incoming call number command and answer address command can only use the first wildcard function, that is period or dot. It cannot use, these two commands cannot be used with other wildcard functions. Okay, now let's see a outbound dial pair matching example. So this is these are two dial pairs that I have. Call number 550 Okay, so let's see here. These are the two dial pairs in the example in my PPT. So here my called number DNS is 555012 So if you have two dial pairs configured with destination pattern 555 and 555 dot dot dot, now uh, which dial pair should be selected for this called number, which will be going out through this port 1 by 0, a PRI port. So the dial pair which will be selected can be both, and I'll explain you why. Because gateways support variable length dial pairs. So the gateways by default support variable length matching for outbound dial pairs. So when your called number or DNS is 5550123 or 012, it will match both the dial pairs because this 555, even if does not have a period or any digits after this is a probable match because it's the router supports variable length dial pair matching. That means even if it does not have a period after 555 or any digit, it will select any of the, it can be used for any of the called number that starts with 555 and can go up to any length. I think the maximum length is 32 digits, but yes, it can go up to a length. Suppose in our example, this is a 6 digit called number. Even if it's just a 3 digit configuration, it will be a probable match for 555012, and even this one would be a probable match, right? Because routers or Cisco voice gateways support variable length matching on outbound dial pairs especially, right? Now to disable this variable length matching, the simplest way is, if you want this dial pair to be selected only for 555, exactly 3 digits and only 555, you have to use 555 and dollar. This means no extra digits are allowed. So whenever a call comes only with a called number having 555, this dial pair will be selected. Otherwise, the router will move up to second dial pair because dollar indicates that no extra digits are allowed. So it will move to a second dial pair and will start matching the patterns. Then if you have $555, then this dial pair will be selected because it has 555 with 3 periods. So 555012 are the complete match for this dial pair. So let me repeat again. Cisco voice gateways support variable length matching for outbound dial pairs. So if you want a dial pair to be used for some exact digits and you don't want the dial pairs to be used for variable length matching, better to use a dollar after those exact digits. Dollar will inform router not to accept any extra digit apart from 555, right? Here also you can use a dollar after all 3 periods. That means this dial pair is restricted only to 6 digits. Otherwise, again, it will be a variable length matching. And even if you have configured only 6 digits, 3 5s and 3 periods, it will select more digits. Okay. For an example, if you don't have a dollar and have only 555 dot dot dot, and if called number comes out to be 555012345 6, it will be a probable match because you don't have a dollar. That means it will keep on accepting digits. So if you want to restrict your dial pair to accept a specific number of digits, use dollar at the end. That means this dial pair is restricted to 6 digits, 3 5s and 3 periods. Okay, so this is very important, otherwise you will have overlapping dial pairs. So uh, keep a note of this, and whenever configuring an outbound dial pair using a destination pattern command, try to use dollars to restrict number of digits that should be accepted by a dial pair. Okay. Now that was the outbound dial pair matching example, and destination pattern command is the uh, main command that is used by most of the Cisco voice gateways for routing the call or sending the call to the outbound leg, be it outbound VoIP dial pair or outbound POTS dial pair. So destination pattern command. Remembered how to use dollar and what is the function of the period, the dot. Okay. Now, some important commands that can be used for troubleshooting dial pair related issues are show dial pair voice summary, which will display you a short summary of each dial pair, both POTS and VoIP, in a tabular format. We'll be able to see the destination pattern or whatever the pattern being used in the dial pair, whether it's a VoIP dial pair, POTS dial pair, whether it's up or in a down state. Everything can be seen using the show dial pair voice summary command. Now, show dial pair number. This command is used to display or check which outgoing dial pair is selected or reached when a particular telephone number is dialed. So that can be used. This show dial pair number command can be used to check which dial pair will be selected if you dial a particular outgoing number, a telephone number. So these two are very important command. Now, to check in debug level which dial pairs are getting selected or matched by the router, you can use debug VoIP dial pair in out command. This command will show you all the probable matches dial pairs, probable matched dial pairs for a particular call, and which particular dial pair is getting selected. So the debug outputs are very easy to read. You will be able to see the number of the dial pairs with their tag that are probable matches as per the router and as per your configuration, and which is the best match that is being used by the router to route a call. So uh, these are the important commands that can be used. So this is all about dial pair selection, guys. Go through the last video if you haven't done so, and then come to this video to understand about the dial pair selection. Remember one thing, dial pairs are completely mathematics. You have to understand how a incoming dial pair is getting matched, how outgoing dial pair is getting matched is completely maths, right? If you're good with mathematics, I'm sure you will be able to understand dial pair matching. Remember this few commands which will help you in understanding how dial pairs are getting matched, right? So this is all for today's video. In the next video, I will try to start with MGCP protocol. But if you guys have any other demand, or if you guys want me to go through any other topic of Cisco Voice Gateway, just comment in the comment section. Uh, Please let me know how was the video. Uh, through your comments. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be coming up with more videos on all the protocols, MGCP, HD23 and SIP, starting from basics to the debug level. After all this, I'll also try to go through DTMFs and other things, PCM captures and all, everything, so one by one. So let me know if you want me to go through any other video, and I'll prioritize that topic. So for now, uh, one more thing before I go, if you want to contact me for any clarification, training related things, this is my contact details. I'm on LinkedIn with this LinkedIn ID, Ritesh Mishra. So you can contact me on LinkedIn as well. And till then, take care, guys. Goodbye. Have a great day, everyone. See you again.